Good morning, everyone. I'm just going to go live and then I'm going to play some music.
Now wait a minute. You've been so good to me. You've been so good to me. You know you make me wanna lift my head up and throw my head back and come on now, come on now, come on now. A little bit softer now, 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 a little bit louder 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 now.
All right, Lisa, it's all you.
Good morning. Good morning, Company Huddle. How's everybody doing? Hey, Courtney. Good to see you. Okay, we're just gonna wait like maybe one more minute. Let everybody jump on. I want to share with you, so I'll start by sharing a couple of, these great little posts saying things that we see once in a while. I saw a couple of them that made me think of you guys and I wanted to share. So the first one is, it's not just geared. I mean, part of it is like new, if you're new to this and you feel like you need to know everything, which I get a lot of people talk about before they can do something. But even if you're a seasoned agent, sometimes if it's outside of what you're used to doing, you may feel like you have a lack of confidence and have a fear around it. So I'm going to share this one page I'm on, which is a leadership thing, posts these great little kind of KW quote things. So this was one that I saw. Can you guys see that? Who would like to read what that says? Somebody read it for me.
Okay, I'll read it, Lisa. Just start. Don't worry that you don't have all the answers yet. And boy, is that true for what I'm doing, Tim Burns.
Yes. So you feel like that sometimes, right? Especially if that's part of our behavioral style, is wanting to have control over everything, wanting to know everything, and have everything be perfect. And do we ever really know everything? Ever? No.
Never.
And even for those of you who have been in real estate for many, many years, is every transaction different? Do you learn something new every time you work with clients? Who wants to chime in?
Yes, every time.
Yes, thank you, Crystal. So what can you do? What would be when we talk about, I don't know all the answers yet, therefore I can't do X, Y, or Z, that's a limiting belief, right? So what would turn that into an unlimiting belief? Let's make this an unlimiting belief. What could you say instead of, I'm not doing it because I don't have all the answers yet?
I have access to answers.
Yes, wait, who said that? I missed you.
Marcus.
Marcus, I have access to the answers. I love that. Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to have all of the answers, right? And you won't always. So somebody can help you with that. Love that. What else? One more. What's another way to say that or to talk to yourself so that you can move forward?
I may not have the answers, but I know how to find them.
Great. Love it. Thank you, Teresa. Okay, I am going to, let me share one other one here. So this was a kind of a fun one that somebody posted on their Facebook page. I don't know if you guys saw this, and we can send this out to you in case you want to use it. I thought it was kind of cute. A lot of times people don't, we talk to people we know in other states and we find out that they just listed their home for sale or they're looking to buy something and they already have an agent and we didn't talk to them about it first and they don't realize, and we say, oh, it's too bad you didn't let me know. I could have hooked you up with somebody in our network that's a really great agent and helped you with the process. And they go, oh, well, I didn't know you could help me here because you're in Hawaii. Does anybody get that? So this is kind of a fun thing I saw. Moving somewhere that I don't service, here are all the places I can refer you to another agent, and it's everywhere. So, and there's also, internationally as well. So it's kind of a cute little thing. I saw somebody post it. We can put it in our, maybe let's put it in our Friday week at a glance, and then people can download it if they want to use it. It's kind of cute, or you can send it out to your database. Okay, let's go to agenda. Okay, so I think Hannah is on, and I wanted to introduce her. Those of you who haven't met her, let me find you. There you are, Hannah. So Hannah is actually physically here in Maui today. She flew in this morning, just got here. And Hannah it's a little dark, but where are you, Hannah? You're in
agent services area, I think.
Okay. So there you go. Now we can see your pretty face. So Hannah is runs Aloha Real Estate Solutions, which we've talked about on some of the previous things. And I don't know if some of you got a flyer on that. We're actually working on a flyer that's going to include all of the concierge services that we've recently added. So Hannah is also the one that will do your listing packages, your free listing packages when you take a new listing. So hey, I'm going to let her talk about what she's doing in the listing packages, how to get a hold of her, and then maybe Hannah, you can put that in the chat box, and then maybe some of the a la carte additional marketing services that you provide and like how cheap those are, like $10. So you want to talk about that?
Sure. So for the listing packages, as a KW Maui agent, these packages are free for you.
We pay for them.
These
They're free
packages
for you.
include a digital for sale graphic, digital open house graphic, a digital listing flyer. We email the listing flyer to your CRM of choice. We send the listing flyer to the local real estate board. And then we also feature the listing on the brokerage social media pages. So we have a ton of different graphics for you to choose from. You're not secluded to one template. You can choose whatever ones you want from our options. We have plenty for you to choose. We have a Google form for you to fill out when you have a new listing where you can choose your templates and you just put the listing information in and then we take it from there. The a la carte menu, we have just one. If you just want to do like one graphic, you don't want to do a whole listing package. We can do a social media graphic for $10, an open house social media graphic for $10, just sold social media graphic, $10, neighborhood snapshot graphics, those are $10, for sale digital flyers or open house flyers, those are going to be $15 since they're a little bit more information, but they won't have any of like title branding or our branding on there. It'll just be you. We can do custom e-blast for $20, postcard graphics. So we'll design the postcard for you front and back. And then we'll do a mail service for you where we upload your CRM and send it out for you. All you have to do is pay for the service, which is $25, and then the postage. And then create and running a social media ad, we can do that for you. That service is $30, and then whatever ad spend that you want for the actual ad. So that's designing it for you, uploading it for you, sending you the analytics, everything. So those
Awesome,
are.
Hannah. So can you post in the chat box do you have that flyer in a form you can add that like as a downloadable piece?
Sure, yeah, I can add that.
You can do it sometime during the meetings. It doesn't have to be right this second.
Yeah, I can do that.
And then also how people get a hold of you if the website is up and running where they can actually order their stuff through the website.
The website, I spoke with Colette, that'll be up the 25th of December, by the 25th. So for right now,
you're doing it on Christmas. What are you doing? Okay.
Yep, by the 25th. And then for now, we can just do the ordering through the Google Forms. So it's still very simple and you can still see all the templates. It's just not the website just yet. We also take, if you have just special inquiries, maybe something that's not listed, you can always email me and we can see if we can work something out, if that's something I can offer for you and how much that would cost, what that would look like. And then we're also doing virtual assistants. Lisa, did you want me to get into that?
Yes, yeah, talk about the VA service too, sure.
So for right now, if you have some database cleanup you want to do, some tagging and command that you'd like, some uploading, if you want us to export anything for you, updating contact information, whatever you need, our VAs can do that for you. So you can hire them to do one task or two tasks, a special project. We'll tell you how long it would take for the VA to do that. So we'll give you a quote on how much that would be, and you can hire them at that.
$10 an hour or something.
It's only $10 an hour, and you can hire them per project. That way you don't have to try to find a VA or do it on your own long term. And you can just do it hourly that way per project. So if you have other inquiries about special projects, same thing for that. Just send me an email and we can see if that's something the VA can take care of for you.
Does anybody have questions for Hannah? Thank you, Hannah.
No questions, but what an asset.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there somewhere where all of this is listed?
Karen, that is a great question. And I can tell you there will be. So in addition to the flyer that we're creating, that's going to have all of the different services, because there's, yeah, VA, there's marketing, there's ISA, there's transaction management. So that's going to go out to you guys. And then what we'll do is we will upload that information into the intranet. So it'll be in the intranet under something like a concierge services, or we can just call it that and put it in the intranet, and then you can go find it in there. Because you're so right. You do need that in one place. It is hard to find everything and remember where everything is. So I totally hear you. And yes is the answer.
Thank you.
Yes. So we'll get that up. Why don't we commit? I can talk to, we have our executive team meeting after this, so we can, and leadership team, we'll talk to them about getting that posted this week. Yeah, so we have that up for you guys. Okay. Anything else for Hannah? Any other questions? Another reminder, and we'll also put this in the same section of the intranet, is Scott Leroy Marketing, which some of you have worked with and used when you came on board. He actually helps with a lot of the onboarding. And there are additional services they are also going to be providing that they're launching for the agents, which again, we already paid for, so they're free to you, which are things like adding smart plans to your library, setting up your brand kit and designs, syncing your Facebook and Command. A lot of the stuff, I mean, Latasha can help you with too, and Robert Eikenberry too, as your tech wizards. This Scott Leroy also does some of that. So we'll make sure you have that information and the list of services that they provide. So if you want them to do those things for you, you can just shoot them an email or talk to Latasha, and she can be the liaison for you as our one of our tech wizards. Okay. I also want to we have a very exciting announcement today. So I see that, wait, let me make sure she's on. It's already, there she is. Okay, and we can't see her face that well. You guys got to get one of these, like, I'm in front of a window. Oh, there you are. Okay, I was like, you got to get one of those lights. So some of you may know Stacy Vinere, which is what it shows, Stacy Lee Vinere. She has been an agent with us for, I don't know, Stace, 3 years, maybe? You can tell me or do an introduction. And she is coming on board starting Monday, the 14th. We're going to send out an announcement, official announcement, so you'll see it. But this is kind of the first unofficial announcement. I think I mentioned it once before. And she's going to be starting on board with us as our co-team leader. She's going to be working with me and director of growth for our office. So we want to welcome her, and I'm so excited because I already work with her and love her, and some of you know her and have worked with her as an agent in the field. And yeah, she's committed to she's passionate about what I do, go figure, which is helping you guys to have bigger businesses. And in particular, an area of focus that she will be working on is, so if you're an agent that's doing like maybe 1.5 to or 1.25 to 5 million, like in that quarter half cap and not quite hitting that 100% every year, that's going to be her wheelhouse. Is, you know, you'll be under her umbrella, and she's going to help do specific special trainings for you and masterminds and group coaching things. And she's also just going to help all of the agents in general. She's going to help you guys build profit share by reaching out to co-brokers that we close transactions with, that you've done deals with. So there's some really great programs. Stacy, what would you like to say to everybody?
Good morning, Keller Williams Ohana. I am so happy to be a part of this team. I encourage you to talk with me when you can, and I'll be calling you too. So I can't wait to look forward and see how I can build your businesses, okay? Because it's really important. That's my goal for 2021, is to turn all of the half cappers into full cappers. We can do this, okay?
Okay, we love it. Thank you. Great. Okay, so let's talk about, I don't know if any of our brokers have updates. Do you guys have anything that you want to share? Is Michelle on? Do we want to share anything? Oh, I have a question for you before you guys go. Has anybody heard So I've heard there has been talk, and I'm just curious, those of you who have different contacts, I know Stacy, you have county contacts, and do we know, I've heard rumors that Hawaii might shut down again, meaning like go back into stay at home or not allow, or, close out the tourists coming back again. Is this anywhere, has anybody heard any, and I don't want to like spread like crazy negative rumors, but I'm saying that based on the chart, I have heard. Sam, do you have an update on that?
I heard on the radio the mayor said that starting this Saturday, they're going to close down all bars. Bars that are regular bars and bars that are in restaurants for 2 weeks. And then they're going to see and then go from there. That's what he said.
So they think that might have something to do with it. So they're going to close down bars, see how it goes. They're not
over 50% are from 50% of the cases are from community spread.
Okay. Right, so that makes sense. So no, we don't know yet then about travelers. So at this point, I mean, I did talk to a couple of people that did cancel their trips because they were just, not sure, or they didn't book their flights or whatever. And then I have other people that are just seeing what's going on. So the other thing is I have heard, and I went through the process myself when I traveled and came back, that in some areas it is getting a little bit easier to take their test and get their results prior to travel. So has anybody talked to clients that have come here that are also seeing that it's getting a little easier, and any tips that we can give to our clients that are coming here as we talk to people that, maybe coming here to look at property? Does anybody have any tips around that they found that has worked?
I have something, Lisa.
Yes, Courtney.
Sorry, I'm doing cardio while I'm doing this. But my daughter's father is coming in for Christmas from the Northeast. And he said that everywhere in the Northeast has like greater availability of testing now. Okay. It's like everywhere and easy to get into, and he gets results within like 24 hours.
Okay, great. And so if you guys have any places in particular where you say, okay, it's Walgreens or whatever company it is that does that and they're getting the results quickly, if you want to send that, like email that to me or to Cheryl, we can compile a list of the ones that people are saying, okay, this has been really successful, and we'll send that out like in our Friday email so that you guys can know and give that information out to people. Sam, did you have something on that? I think raise your hand.
Yes, my side job at the airline, they've been doing their own testing. And so you can go, even if you don't make the appointment, if you show up in the morning, you can get the appointment and you'll have a result upon testing in 15 minutes. And I know, so I'm with United, but Hawaiian is also doing their own, or had their own company doing a testing that also meets the requirements for Hawaii. So that's same day testing for same day travel. So that's really helpful, even if you can't get the appointment.
Okay, so you can, like at the airport, is this where they're doing that? Like before your flight takes off, or some other facility?
It's for United, it's right at the airport, at the international terminal, downstairs courtyard A. I went to Peru, they have testing as well, and got it in that morning, didn't have an appointment. I stood by for that, got tested, 9:30, I was out of there.
Wow.
On my way.
Okay, I mean, it's a little scary because if you don't like make your flight, but if they really have it locked down, like meaning they have a good system in place and it's working and they're getting everybody through, that is awesome. Thank you for that. That's really good to know. And then some people are putting in the chat box, Walgreens. Okay, so that's good to know. And then Crystal, yes, Kauai, Crystal, for you. Sorry, you guys are at 14-day quarantine. So if you guys didn't hear, if there are people going to Kauai, they have to do a 14-day quarantine no matter what. Anything else on that? And then any broker updates? Keone, do you have anything? Dean, do you guys have anything? Andy?
No, the only thing I tell people is stay tuned, because I mean, this thing evolves every day. So we'll
Okay.
see what the next day, between the county and the state, you know, you got to decipher the information. So,
Okay, thank you. I see Hannah posted the flyer, so you guys can download that. That's in the chat box, which is the marketing information. And then lastly, can we share, the regional meeting? So a reminder that we have today at 11 o'clock, our time, 11 to 12:30, is our first regional meeting for all of Northern California and Hawaii. So it's, again, a great opportunity to see your people in the rest of the region and hear from some of the top agents in our region that are going to be speaking today. I get to do a presentation today, which I'm pretty excited about, which I did reach out to some of you for feedback on. I was compiling a list of things that have been working really well for our agents this year. So I put together a presentation around that, which some of which you guys have heard and I've shared with you, or you are the source of that information. Some of you have not heard that, so it's going to be really good content. And thank you to those of you who shared stuff. I compiled as much as I possibly could. So the link to that, I did send out in an email to you. We have multiple emails out on that. If Latasha or Cheryl, if you guys want to put the link to register in the chat box, we can do that too. And then
I already did.
Thank you, Latasha. And then it's in the calendar, correct, as well?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Oh, you put that in. That was the first thing. So for those people, can you just put it one more time?
Yep,
for those
I'll do it
people who
again.
Might
Yep.
not have been on
Yep.
yet. Okay. And then I'd like to hear before we go, is anyone else from Hawaii presenting? I don't know, Dean. Not that I'm aware of. I would think I would know, so I don't think so. I think the rest are Northern California agents. If you didn't get asked, then I don't know what they're thinking.
right.
Probably in a future one. So they are going to plan to do this. They did say once a month is what they're shooting for. They'll probably talk about it today. And then they will continue to go around and talk to the different agents in the region. I don't know exactly how it's going to work. So we'll see what the format is today.
You know, the stats came out yesterday, Lisa.
Yep.
And it was a little interesting. I mean, there's a perception of that we have, you know, a lot more listings, but listings were actually down in residential over 14% over last year. They were up a little bit, 3% in condos, and the median price rose in both 6% in residential and 8% in condos. So I found that the new listing stat I found most interesting, because I was kind of the perception that we had all these new listings, but we're down, you know, 14% over last year, which is strange to me. But
Inventory
anyway, something for people to tell their clients.
Tight. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you guys can pull the stats. You're talking about the ones that came out through RAM?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yes, get up to speed on the stats. That's good information to know. They just came out. So I'll take a look at those. I think I just emailed those to Colette. Okay, success stories. So let's share, what have you done in the last month or even week recently that you haven't shared that has worked well for you, and where you've maybe picked up a new buyer or a listing? What are you doing that's working? Let's share a success, share some recent success or something that you want to share that's some good news in your business. Who's got something to share? Come on. Somebody's had to have some great stuff go on. Who's got a new buyer or listing? How'd you get it? What'd you do? Referral. Okay, Joanne says referral Canadian. Okay, wait. I'm trying to read this. Referral Canadian. It's okay. Canadian clients to K. Oh, you referred Canadian clients to KW agent in Canada. I think I got it. Yes. Okay. I love it. So if you can talk, Joanne, how did you find the agent to refer them to? And can you share how that conversation happened? Because we just talked about people forgetting that we can refer them. Is this somebody who's going to buy here and sell
They
there?
are, can you hear me?
Yes.
These are clients of mine who have purchased on Maui, and they love me. And they are vacationing in Vancouver area, and they have narrowed down places where they want to look for homes. And they're, probably in the 3 to 5 million range. And so I just got online and I went to the Keller Williams, intranet, and I started going on the map and looking at agents in the areas that they said they wanted to move to. And I found 2 really great Keller Williams agents in various areas because they're a little over, an hour apart. And each one specializes in a different area. So they've already talked to my clients. And one of the agents is taking them out on Friday to, give them a grand tour and show them the area. So I'm really excited.
That is awesome. So you were in conversation with them because they were a buyer, and you were able to look through the referrals and find the right agents. That is great. I love that. And then
one of the agents was in the middle of a pie giveaway for his client event, and he usually had a party, but this year he was doing a drive-through for all his clients. So I thought that was a really cool, idea for the holidays.
That is cute. Oh, that reminds me too. Thank you, Joanne, for sharing that. Speaking of giveaways and driving through, a reminder so next week. Members of your executive team have been working very hard to get your gift boxes ready. Latasha, Shelby, everybody, it's been a group effort, but they've really worked hard to get those things to be nice. And so we have your gift boxes. They will be ready next week. So I want to remind you guys, these are your holiday boxes in lieu of us having a big holiday party bash, which is normally like the event of the year. So it's okay. We'll do gift boxes this year. So next week on Monday, the 14th, if you are a West Side agent, you can pick up your gift boxes in front of Whalers Village, right? So correct me, I'm going to just talk about it, Latasha, and you tell me if I'm wrong. In front of Whalers Village from 10 a.m. to noon. So we will be there with a table. We will have your boxes. You can come and drive in. We'll hand you your box, then you can be on your way. And then Tuesday, the 15th, that pickup will happen in Kihei in front of Aloha Plaza. And that is from 10 to noon. And then on Wednesday, the 16th, it will be in Kahului from 10 to noon outside of our office down here in the parking lot in front of the office building. And then Hilo is having a box pickup in front of their office on Thursday from 10 to 11:30 a.m. Kona had they did their own little thing. So, which I heard was wonderful, and I'm sad that I couldn't be there. So gift boxes, make a note when that is, and you should have gotten an email about it on Friday. Anything else? Thank you for sharing that success. Any other successes? Thank you, Baron. You referred a client in Vancouver. That's great. Those Canadians, they're active again. It's cool. Anything else, team? You guys got? Michelle, you're on. Yes, my dear. Do you have anything?
I do. I have a Wednesday moment. Good morning, everyone. Happy holidays. I can't believe it's so late in December already. Where has the month gone?
Yeah.
What I wanted to share with you is we are having a number of issues come up around inspections and seller's disclosures. And the common theme that we're seeing is permitting and zoning. So it's really important that you have that conversation with your seller. Is everything permitted? Do they have copies of the permits? Can they go online and print out the permits? Can we attach it to the seller's disclosure statement? Is there any zoning issues? Have they received any notices from the county in the last 12 months? This will go a long way towards helping to eliminate these kind of bumps in the road, both pre-closing and post-closing. For Maui County, we have a zoning and flood confirmation form. It's in the MLS on the far right-hand side up at the top, and you go down the list. It's the very last one on the page, zoning and flood confirmation. It's free. You fill in, there's a large outlined box at the top. You only fill out the top, you email it to the Maui County Planning Department. Email is right on the form. It takes 3 to 5 days and they send it back and it confirms the zoning, SMA, flood status on the property. It does everything but permits, but it's a huge piece forward. I've recommended to agents to start doing those forms and uploading it into the associated docs within the MLS, because it's right there before they even show the property. You've done a disclosure on flood status, SMA, and zoning. It also lists in there the community plan. So it's a lot of information that really covers you. And that's my suggestion for the morning.
Awesome. Thank you, Michelle. I see some people got kicked out and are coming back in. It's interesting. Okay, two more things. I saw that Elisa jumped on, Elisa Sinclair, and she is, because she's on now, otherwise known as Sam's daughter, who are both amazing. Elisa is now, as of December, I guess December, maybe the end of November, she is officially our in-house transaction manager. So we actually have one now, which is super exciting. So I did want to make sure that you guys knew that as well, which will be posted in the internet, and you'll get that on the flyer introducing her. So she is here, she's in the office. If you have a file coming up, please connect with her. She's amazing transaction manager. So Elisa, if you want to put in the chat box how somebody gets a hold of you, that way they can jot it down for now, that would be great. And before we go, tell me something good, because Michelle just had to talk about permitting. So we need to wash that out. I mean, we're going to remember that, and that's great. We're just going to clear that out with tell me something good. And then if Elisa can't post that in the chat box, can somebody else post her email or contact information in the chat box, please? Tell me something good.
Setting my first open house for Sarah Fox today.
Yay!
And tomorrow and Friday. So
awesome, Teresa. That's great. That's exciting. And I can tell you that in general, open houses, and I'm going to talk about this today on our regional meeting, the fact that we had to shift to doing appointments has actually helped people's business, because now they're being more proactive about their open houses and promoting them and scheduling appointments. So they're more guaranteed to have people come in, as opposed to just putting a sign out and hoping somebody shows up. So make sure you maximize that. It's working, it's going well, and keep it up. All right, you guys. Lisa put her email in the chat box. Thank you so much. Good meeting. And I will see some of you at 11 o'clock on our regional meeting. Have a great rest of the week. You guys rock.